Hello guys, how you all doing? This is your boy Manny Emmy. I want to discuss today the issue of child abuse in Africa. The issue is very wide and is kind of, deteriorating the system of our children, the way they live, their life, their story, the after effect of all this issue that happens in their life. The government of our country don't control who comes in, who goes out, who give what to who. I'll start with a story that happened in Kenya. There is a white man that comes into Kenya some few years back and opened a charity organization in Kenya. Nobody, there was no forensic check, there was no, background check, there was nothing. They just allow him into the country where he started running an NGO. That NGO ends up in a very wrong situation where two children were found dead and he buried them right in the compound where he has his facility, where he keeps the children. He was violating the children. He was sleeping with them, kids from 3 to 5 years to 10 years, which the wife was aware of what the man was doing, because in his homeland, in his own country, he slept with his own daughters. He was indicted as well for that, but he shipped himself to Africa to start violating African children. So this prompts me to call on African leaders. Let's have a control. Let's set up a system where children are being taken good care of, where foreign aids that come into Africa are being controlled, because they are not being controlled. Whenever they come into Africa, they take advantages of our vulnerable women and children. They do whatever they want to them, which is very wrong. Some billionaire came into Africa pretending to giving, medicine to our women, giving vaccine to our children, sharing condom for them. Most of these, gifts, they are on the other side. The disadvantage of it is higher than what it seems to look like. I will tell you what happened. They are giving most of these women and the men some drugs that will stop childbearing in Africa. Our government don't do any findings. When these people come, they will accept them. They are destroying African population. They are destroying our women. They are giving drugs to our children that we don't know what will happen to them in the future. If some of them sick, start developing different kind of symptoms, nobody know, how this thing, emanated. My point here, what I'm trying to stress out is the after effect of most of these things is very dangerous. When you look at the society and the people, how many people are able to afford, good education to understand or to read most of the drugs they give to them? It's about, let's say, 10 to 15% can understand. And most of these big NGOs that call themselves foreign aids, they don't go to them. They go to the rural area where they have more population. They take advantages of them, maybe giving the children chocolate, giving their mom, some drug, and later they test the children with their vaccine. Our children have become a test case for foreigners that comes into the country. They break into our system. We don't have control. We have to set up a boundary. We have to set up control. How Africa children are supposed to be guided. Let's build schools. Okay? We have to build schools in Africa where these children are not supposed to be on the street. We have to create what they call family control, family planning, so that a woman or a family that are supposed to have 2 or 3 kids, you can take care of them. But when they start having 10, 11, 8, the number goes on and on. The control or the balanced diet will not happen. So that will prompt most of these NGO to come to take advantages of them, saying that they want to help them. You give them chocolate or wafer of, that they're going to eat in the evening. It's not going to be there again. It doesn't continue. So my suggestion to our African leaders, any NGO that want to bring their aid, which I'm not in support of it, since they are insisting to bring their money to Africa to help, the poor, which they created in the first place. That's going to be another issue for another day. If they want to do that, let them open up a farm. Let them create companies. Let them build schools, hospitals, before their cases will be looked into. They don't just run into Africa. The first week, they start, giving women vaccine, using our own children for test kits. Do you know what this causes in the life of these children when they grow up? Most of them have these mental issues. They have this most imbalanced, mindset. You see them fighting, doing all sorts of things because of the way they are being treated when they were a child. They are being violated. Let's talk about the child trafficking. In one of African country, they caught French flight carrying hundreds of children of 3 to 5, 6, 7 years. French pilots, they caught them. Where are they taking the children to? Where did they adopted them from? Most of them were crying. My mom, you know how children behave. So I'm calling on African leaders. Please, I beg you in the name of God, add values to African children. There is no African NGO that will set up a journey to Europe and tell Europeans that he wants to give their children vaccine or he wants to give their women medicine. They will not accept that. They will run a background check on you. You will tell them your reason of walking into their country and telling them that you want to give their children medicine. You will go to jail for that. They will check you. They will know your source. They will know your aim. Even though you walk into a bar with your white friend, maybe you want to buy, you guys are buying drink. At the end of the day, you reach to his wallet to pay for his drink. If you insist of paying, he's going to give you that gesture you gave to him. He will find one way or the other to give you back. They don't accept anything free from you. So why are we easily diving into all these their AIDS that comes into Africa? That's where they get us. Look at the way they run AIDS tests for free in Africa. Tuberculosis, you see the way they run most of these tests for free. Look at Ebola, the way it was being introduced in Africa for free. We don't control. Most of our airports are porous. Most of the workers there, they are corrupt. They don't ask questions. What is your aim of coming to this country? Let's quarantine you for some days. Let's investigate. They don't investigate nobody. Everybody pick up their case. They go to Africa. They go there and make money. Look at the way Chinese are coming to Africa, stealing our mineral resources, putting rules and regulations that a black man doesn't have right to eat in a restaurant they set up in Africa. Will that happen in China? Or will that happen anywhere in Europe? So, listen, our leaders, we want you people to set up rules and regulations that will guide our citizens, that will guide our children. This is your boy, Manny Emi. Don't forget to share this video. Smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. You will hear from me from the next one. Thank you very much.